Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for match 5 of the 2023 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees the third edition of the Pink Stink, with the NIFF NUFFs taking on the WCG Babes in the second match of Group A. This is the WCG Babes' first match of the tournament, and they're going to have a tough task on their hands in this one as they take on a NIFF NUFFs lineup who have already accounted for Young Money Cash Money. As you can see on your screens, the Group A standings. It is the NIFF NUFFs who sit pretty at the top of Group A after their victory against Young Money Cash Money, and a victory here will see them top the group. The captains are in the middle and ready for the toss.
Have a kiss on the tee, whatever you do. I don't fucking know. Lowest ranked of the Babes, heel or flats? It's a heel call, it's a flat.
So as he did in match 1, the NIFF NUFFs skipper Henry Perenara wins a toss and is elected to bat first. If we take a look at the lineups for this contest, the skipper coming off a pretty impressive outing against the 2021 champs in match 1, and he'll be looking to continue that form in this encounter, as he's joined by Todd Lavin and Wyatt Raymond. A different lineup for the Babes this time around. Sam Guy will captain the side once again, and with pregnancies to 2 of the regular members here of the Babes, they have been forced to field a gender-neutral side for this year's tournament, with Nick Tantos and Aaron Smith joining Sam Guy in this year's campaign. And just before we get underway, we'd like to thank our major partner for this year's tournament, Better Beer, who have been fantastic since jumping on board. It's always a day for it here at the WCG. So a win for the NIFF NUFFs will see them clinch top spot. A first ever win in tournament history for the Babes will set the cat amongst the pigeons. Let's get it on. And predictably, it will be the NIFF NUFFs skipper Henry Perenara who will get this innings underway for his side. Made 42 in his side's victory against Young Money Cash Money. He'll be looking for a similar start here. So the third edition of the Pink Stink ready to get underway. It's going to be Smith around the wicket to Perenara first up. Here he's in now, and this one hits Perenara, I think, on the hand, and he's going to move through for a single to get the NIFF NUFFs underway here in match 5. So busy from the very first ball. Here is Perenara, who gets underway with a single. Decent delivery first up from Aaron Smith, who has got the call up after playing the third test match for match 11 in last year's test series, where he bowled pretty well in that second innings. Here he's in once again, here to Perenara, and this one's over-pitched and hammered down the ground. So that's the opening boundary of the contest. Perenara away once again. It's 5 without loss. Smith to go over the wicket now here to Perenara in the opening over. He's in now, this one's a shorter delivery, and Perenara has hammered this on the offside for another boundary. He's away once again, here is Perenara. Too short and wide on this occasion from Smith, and he's punished. Smith to go back around the wicket here in the opening over. Here he's in now, that one's a better delivery there from Smith, and it's a thick outside edge from Perenara onto the fence, and he will move through for another single. So a brilliant start to this contest here for the NIFF NUFFs. Perenara has moved along to 10. The NIFF NUFFs 13 without loss in the opening over. Here we knew that Perenara was going to have to take responsibility with the blade in the absence of Wodgick, and so far he's up to the task. Here's Smith is in once again to Perenara, and that is a beamer. So that's the 4th sundry for the over here for Smith. It's been an expensive over so far, 14 off it with a ball remaining. So the NIFF NUFFs have started this tournament with impressive intent. Here is Smith is in around the wicket once again to Perenara. This one's a full delivery, and it's hit down the ground to end the over. 18 off the opening over. Perenara off to a flyer. The NIFF NUFFs on top. It's going to be the skipper, Sam Guy, to bowl the second over of the innings. As she's in over the wicket, she begins with a good delivery, bang on the money. And Henry Perenara can only get on the back foot and defend. So a good start with the ball there from Sammy Guy. As she'll continue again now to Perenara. And this one's a short and wide delivery, and it's put away here from Perenara. Taking no prisoners. The man is in some sort of form. Perenara moves to 20, 24 without loss. So the Babes under a bit of pressure here in match 5. As Guy will continue again now to Perenara. This one's another short delivery, and it's hammered through the covers for another boundary. Another big total on the cards here for the NIFF NUFFs. 28 without loss. Guy in for the final ball of the second over. He's in now. It's another short and wide delivery, but it's well stopped from Aaron Smith to end with. 28 without loss. It's going to be Nick Tantos to bowl his first over at an Australia Day T20 Big Bash. He's in now, and this one's a full toss, and Perenara will be disappointed he couldn't get that away as this one thunders into his left leg. So he's laid a pretty solid foundation of which to spring off upon in this back end of the innings. As Tantos is in once again to him now. And this one's a back of a length delivery, and it's well played in the end and well bowled by Tantos as this one skids through. So 2 dot balls here to begin the over here for the Babes. As Tantos is in once again to Perenara. It's a full delivery, and he's ripped through the skipper. That is a much needed wicket here for the WCG Babes. Tantos picks up his first wicket at an Australia Day T20 Big Bash. It's 1 for 28. That is just what the doctor ordered there for the Babes. As that wicket now brings Wyatt Raymond to the crease at number 2. Came in the last over in his side's opening match win. He's got a few more balls to deal with here. So he'll face a fired up Tantos who's just picked up his first wicket. He's in now to Raymond. This one's a wild swing across the line, and he doesn't make contact. So Tantos is on the verge of a wicket maiden to begin his tournament here. Here he's in now for the final ball of the third over. It's a full delivery, and it's another swing and a miss here from Raymond. A wicket maiden there from Tantos. 1 for 28 with 1 to go. It's going to be Aaron Smith to bowl the final over of the innings. He's in around the wicket here to Raymond. It's a good delivery outside the off stump, and it's another swing and a miss here from Raymond. So it's 8 dot balls in a row here for the Babes. NIFF Nuffs have just lost their way in the back half of this innings. As Smith is in once again, and Raymond gets bat to ball this time, but he can't beat Tantos at mid-wicket. So 9 dot balls here for the Babes. It's a brilliant fight back. As Smith is in once again to Raymond, and this one is another beamer. Well, he's lucky he's not getting pinned for dangerous bowling. He's already bowled a couple of these so far in the innings, but he is remorseful nonetheless. The Badger to continue to Raymond in the final over. Here he's in now around the wicket once again. This one's a full toss, and Raymond gets this away through mid-wicket for a boundary. It's taken 5 deliveries, but Raymond is finally off the mark, and he's done it in style. 1 for 33. So we arrive at the final delivery of the innings. Smith around the wicket to Raymond. This one's a full delivery. He gets a thick outside edge, and I think this has travelled all the way for 6. So what a way to end the innings here for the NIFF Nuffs. Raymond finishes 10 not out, and it's 40 to get for the Babes. So once again, Perenara impressive at the top of the order. Handy runs also from Raymond, and a good little fight back with the ball from the Babes in the back half of that innings has seen the NIFF Nuffs finish 1 for 39 after their 20 deliveries. It is still a formidable chase here for the Babes, who will need to get off to a good start in this run chase. 40 to get for the Babes. And it's going to be Nick Tantos who will get this run chase underway for the WCG Babes. His last stick at the WCG was a half century in last year's limited overs contest. Can he channel that form here? So it's 40 to get here for the Babes. It's Raymond into Tantos, and he's played this absolutely towards Raymond. He's taken the catch of his own bowling, and Tantos is gone first delivery. It's the worst possible start for the Babes. The big fella gets down well to take a smart catch off his own bowling, and it's 1 for none. Well, Tantos's last knock at the WCG was a record one. This one not so much. So the Babes in early trouble here in this run chase, and that wicket will now bring Aaron Smith to the crease at number 2. He's dismissed for a duck in the 3rd test match for Matt's 11, so he's yet to score a run at the WCG. So it's Raymond into Smith for his first delivery, and this one's been called a wide from the umpire. So the Babes are underway for the run chase. So big pressure here on Smith, who's going to have to dig out a score here, you feel. As Raymond's in once again to him now, it's a good delivery, and it cuts right through the Badger. So the NIFF Nuffs are eyeing up top spot here in Group A. They find themselves in a great position here in match 5. As Raymond will continue again now to Smith, who gets a top edge over the fence. They're in a better position now. The NIFF Nuffs in dreamland. The WCG Babes in all sorts. Smith goes for a duck. It's 2 for 1. Well, the Babes are collapsing here in this run chase. And that wicket will bring the skipper, Sam Guy, to the crease. The last hope for the Babes. And they could be eyeing off a bonus point here, the NIFF NUFFs. So it's Sam Guy, who's yet to score a run at a straight A T20 Big Bash. Face Raymond for her first delivery. She hits this down the ground and it's a misfield from Wyatt Raymond, which gives Sam Guy her first runs ever at the Australian A T20 Big Bash. A boundary to get off the mark for Sammy Guy. Well, she won't care one bit how they've come about. She's broken the hoodoo, and doesn't she love it? So the Babes 2 for 5 in the opening over, as Raymond's in for the final ball of the over. She gets it away on the leg side, this time for a maximum. Well, when it rains, it pours here for Sammy Guy. Back-to-back boundaries, she's raced to 10. Well, it looks like mercy's being shown here from the NIFF NUFFs, as it's going to be Todd Lavender bowl the second over of the innings. Guy makes contact once again, but she can't beat Wyatt Raymond there at mid-wicket. Well, she's going to go down swinging here is the Babe skipper, as Lavender's in once again to Guy, and this one's hit away on the leg side, but I think she's hit the fence, and it doesn't rebound into the boundary. So unlucky there from the Babe skipper, who's looked to have been working on her batting in the off-season. As Lavender's in once again to her now, this one's a full delivery which goes right through her. The NIFF NUFFs prevail here in match 5. They have crushed the Babes by 28 runs, acquiring a bonus point in the process. They will finish atop of Group A with a 100% record, and they are a side to be feared in this tournament once again. So the NIFF NUFFs have breezed past the WCG Babes in the pink stink. They prevail by 28 runs, acquiring a bonus point in the process, and they have breezed through Group A in pretty emphatic fashion. Perenara top scoring with the bat once again with 24. Wyatt Raymond taking 2 wickets. And that now sets up a mouth-watering final clash in Group A for the remaining ticket to the quarterfinals from the group. You can see the standings on your screen. The NIFF NUFFs have already qualified as they finish on 5 points and will top Group A. And that means it's a winner-takes-all clash in match 9 between Young Money, Cash Money and the WCG Babes for second spot in the group. So as we look ahead to the next match of the tournament, it's another one of last year's semi-finalists looking to wrap up top spot. It's the 6 offenders taking on the Saggy Greens in the second match of Group B, and it's next.